What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today you join me on a lovely day. Well, it's not that lovely weather-wise, but it's a lovely day because I went to Thijs Timmermans again this morning because he's got this behemoth of a car for sale, the new Mercedes-AMG GLS 63 4MATIC Plus. And well, it is very, very cool, and it is an incredible spec. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a quick look at it. I've got a new rig. It's a chest mount, so the Walkaround is now not fisheye anymore. Well, it's been like that for a year probably. So not fisheye and also fixed cam. So I saw some comments about the Walkaround being a bit too annoying with the head cam. So I'm testing this, which is a chest rig. So I still have my hands to point, but it should be a bit more stable. So let's have a look at the spec and the things that are new on this GLS. It's painted in this silicium gray, which is a manufacturer color, so it's a special paint. It is a unicolor, I think. It's not metallic. It's like Nardo gray, very close to that. At the front, we've got new headlights. Panamericana grille, of course, looks super aggressive. If you have this thing in your mirror on the highway, I don't know, it just looks menacing going fast with the two like power dome stripes on the bonnet as well. We've got a different front bumper for the AMG, a lot more aggressive, more air intakes of course. And we've got a couple of really nice touches over here. So this is the 23-inch wheel with around that Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. You get these tires when you go for the driver's pack. So that means that the top speed goes from 250 to 280. And we've got behind that AMG carbon ceramic brakes. Pretty damn big brake discs as well. Look at that, it's just massive. We've got air suspension that has been reworked for the GLS 63. So it's different compared to the regular GLSs. It's a bit more sporty. It's also a bit lower. Ride height, of course, is variable. So it can go up to 55 millimeters up and up to 20 millimeters down, but in general the ride height is lower than with a regular GLS by 10 millimeters. Also have these flared arches. At the front it's not that much, but at the rear you can see it's a little bit more, so it gives it a little bit more of a muscular look. We've got a V8 bi-turbo 4MATIC badge over there. We've got sideboards. Gives it a bit of an old school AMG like ML63 look, quite like that. So in the rear it is very spacious. Let me just turn off the radio. So very spacious. This is a bit less easy to do with the chest mount, but it's still okay. I can't go left, so I have to do like that. Very spacious in here. This is the second row, which also has heated and ventilated seats. We've got Burmester audio, so you've got the nice speakers in the door, your controls, a little bit of carbon fiber. It's very, very spacious. And of course, you can choose if you want 5 or 7 seats. So the choice between a second and a third row, well, just 2 rows or a third row. This car has the third row. As you can see, you have some buttons down here, so you click those and the seats go down, there he goes. So now you've got, I think it's like 890 liters of luggage space, which is very, very nice. And then even, you know, if you lower those front seats, it is insane. It is an absolutely massive car. Click the buttons and up they come. Super convenient. And we also have new rear lights. Love that chrome trim that they still have on the rear with the AMG logos, and then quad tailpipe exhaust with a little bit of a diffuser even. It's a very good looking car. I think it's, I mean, it's absolutely massive, but it wears its size with pride, sort of. Quite like that. Tire sizes, what do we have? 325s at the rear and a 285 at the front. But 325, holy moly, that is so big. That's what she said. Anyway, all right, let's have a look at the engine. There it is. So, ooh, nice. What is that, Kevlar? That's pretty cool. Anyway, we've got the 4-liter V8 bi-turbo engine that has been in AMGs for a while now, like 10 years probably, I think. But this is the latest and greatest version with 612 horsepower. But because you have a 48-volt mild hybrid system, you get a little bit of an EQ boost, as Mercedes calls it, which means 634 horsepower. And it's got 850 newton meters of torque, 0 to 100, 4.2 seconds. And top speed, as I said, this car has the driver's back, so that goes from 250 to 280, which is very nice. So let me know the new chest rig. I don't know if you guys can see the reflection, but this is what it looks like. See, it's like on a little stick, and it's pretty controllable. I don't know if it's stable enough, but we'll see. Let me know if you prefer this type of walk around with a bit more steady shots, or if you prefer the head cam. So let's have a look inside. And well, enjoy this incredible spec. Look at this. I love this. So this is a manufacturer interior as well. As you can see, it's got the nice little logo over there. And that means that we've got, well, leather everywhere. Beautiful leather on the dash as well. You get carbon fiber in the interior, and this manufacturer leather, which is, I don't know, what is it? Liver colored, like brown gray, with these incredibly soft pillows, head cushions. Oh, it is so nice. It is like S-Class level of refinement and luxury in a family SUV with a V8. That is why I love this car so much. It really has it all. You also have this super high center tunnel, which is nice with these handles. Again, it is SUV-like. It is a massive SUV, but sort of the combination between being an SUV and being a luxury car is really nice. I like that. So you do get handles, but then it is beautifully made with aluminium, and then this light strip around it, the beautiful leather with the stitching. Also, options wise, this thing has, I think, everything. So you've got the carbon ceramic brakes, which you don't really see that often on a GLS 63. It has the driver's pack, it has the Burmester upgraded like 3D 360 audio. It also has the ventilated massaging and heated seats at the front, of course. But I don't know if this is standard or if this is like an extra package. But if you turn on your heated seats, you also get heated armrests on both sides. And now, this might sound stupid, but believe me, if you've experienced it once in winter, it's just so nice. I'm really sad that our new X5 doesn't have it, because you can get it in an X5 as well. It's so nice that you're just driving along like that, and you have both your arms, well, partly, one at least, and then another one partly, on those armrests, and they get nice and toasty. It is so cool. Also have this massive thing there with a wireless charger, physical buttons everywhere. Down here as well, super nice. Steering wheel with a lot of options and buttons, which are touch based. Not a big fan of that, but you don't really have to use this all that often, which is good, because you have everything here as well, which is physical, almost everything. What else? We've got the twisty knobs right there, so for the driving modes and for your other settings, which is really cool, because that means, again, you don't really have to do, let me just start it up. It's not that loud, but valves open. Still has a proper AMG growl and some burbles, which is good. But getting back to the steering wheel, these twisty knobs are super nice, because it means that you don't have to do anything in there really for your driving modes and your most important drive settings. So you have your driving modes over there, but also the configurability is really cool. So you can have it in comfort and then open up the exhaust, for instance, which is nice. Or you can have it in Sport Plus and then go to the suspension and put that in comfort. It's super easy, and I don't know, it just works really, really well. I like that. So, anything else? We've got a 9-speed automatic gearbox. As I said, air suspension lowers in Sport and Sport Plus. Oh, that is nice. It's got a good sound. It does have some fake sound being pumped into the cabin, but it's not annoying. It's not like with these newer AMGs, like the E-Performance models that have that super fake sound, like the S63 and the GT and the GT 4-door. This doesn't have that, which is great. It's incredible to me that, you know, this 2025, 2026, we still have this. We still have a massive SUV with a massive V8 putting out 634 horsepower. I mean, it's not as wild and as loud as it used to be, of course, but I think we should just thank AMG with everything we've got, that they are still doing this craziness. Now, it weighs 2.5 tons. It's over 5 meters long. It's like 5 meters 20, which is massive. Still, handling, I think, is a really nice balance. You don't want this to be super firm, you know. It's got 23-inch wheels, so it's going to be a little bit firmer over, you know, little potholes and stuff like that. But you still want this to be comfortable, even in Sport Plus. That's how I feel, at least. And it is like that. It's not super firm or hard, but what they've really done well is mitigate body roll. So it's a very high car, but when you corner this thing, it stays super flat, and that is because it's got active engine mounts and active roll stabilization. So in both cases, it sort of couples and decouples depending on your driving. So if you're in a corner, it firms up, so the weight stays like centered. Well, actually, it actively mitigates body roll, so it actually does that. And then when you drive straight, it decouples, so that means that it's super comfy when you want it to be. Oh. 0 to 100, 4.2 seconds, as I said. So we should be able to do that over here. We don't have launch control, but you can just give it a little bit of a brake launch, and then the car senses that you want to do a launch, and that's 100. And it gives you a bit more of a firm shift. 4.2 is also what I did. And it's actually really nice to have those carbon ceramics. I know that a lot of people think that you don't need it, but honestly, a car this fast and this heavy, it's just nice to have. It's even if it's just you know, as a backup. All right, so let's hit the Autobahn. There we go, full throttle. Picks up well. You get a bit of EQ boost, so that kind of fills the gaps. It's 22 horsepower. Don't know if I already mentioned that, the power amount, but it's 22 horsepower, so it's 612 from the V8, 634 in total. Top speed 250, or in this case 280 with the AMG driver's pack. As you can see, it's not that hard for this car to reach that 250 mark, so the 280 is actually a nice little upgrade. I don't think you want to go a lot faster than that, but 280 is nice. At least you can, you know, pass all those guys that are limited at 250 in your big AMG. 100 to 200, thank you sir. Also measured that, did around 11 seconds, which is pretty okay. It's not super fast, but fast enough for a car like this, I would say. Also, as I said, even in Sport Plus, it's still super comfy, but if you want, you can go, oh, I'm in comfort, that's why, of course. So let's go to Sport Plus. So I can feel it dropping now, and I can feel the dampers tightening up. Top speed should be around here, 288, that's actually the limiter. But still, in Sport Plus, it's super comfy. Oh, that was Sport. Yeah, okay, nice going, Max. Let's go to Sport Plus, feel what that's like. So, still, you feel more of the road surface and of the little bumps and stuff like that. Let's check out these little bumps. But still, it's super comfy. It's really well judged. I quite like it, because in comfort it's really comfortable, and in Sport Plus it's still comfortable, but you do feel more of what's going on and what the body is doing and what the wheels are doing. And yeah, it's a good middle ground for a car like this. Built in the USA, of course, and I think that's also probably where they will sell most of these, because over there this is just a regular SUV and not an absolute monster of a car like it is over here, especially like country roads in the Netherlands at least, and I know in the UK and stuff as well. This thing will feel massive, but it's not too big, it's not annoying, it's just big. So see this guy in front of me, this is his limiter, 250. So now I floor it and I should be able to pass it. Oh, not bad. What is that? Looks like a regular 7 Series, but don't want to follow him too closely, but yeah. It's nice to cruise in this GLS 63, especially because, oh, my forearms are nice and toasty. I've got this gorgeous soft leather on the steering wheel. I love this interior setup with the beautiful vents and everything. It works, this car. It works. They just nailed it, I feel like. $740D? Yeah, nice. Look at it. Does that have a stage 1? It might have. I don't know. So, for sale at Thijs Timmermans, make sure you check out his inventory, as I said. Well, as I've said 100 times, go check him out, because he always has really cool cars for sale. And he's got a very nice variety of cars over there. It's just always great to be there. I'll show you a couple of cars that he's got for sale, but it's awesome. So check it out. If you're interested in this one, it is very expensive nowadays, especially in the Netherlands, because we've got CO2 dependent taxes. So this thing is like 340,000 euros right now, which is nuts, but let's just be thankful that we still have it. And well, it is amazing car. So thanks to Thijs Timmermans, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as well. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video, this playlist, and I will see you at the next one. Bye.